Go.
All right, I'm going to do the bowl demonstration. First, I want to show what the difference is between making a cylinder and a bowl. On a cylinder, we try to get a flat bottom with a 90-degree angle. On a bowl, we don't want that. We want a continuous contour from side to bottom, back to side again. I'm going to show you how to do that with my fingers, and I'm also going to show you how to do that with ribs. The two ribs that I think work really well for making bowls is a blue rubber rib and a wooden rib that has a curve on all three sides, like this one. So I have those close at hand. And we're going to start our bowl off just like we would start a cylinder, where we smooth out our clay, stick it on the wheel, and then continue with our comb, center, but here's the first change. Now, when I put the hole in, I don't want to go down as deep as I did with the cylinder. This was our thickness we were going for the bottom of our cylinder. We want to go almost twice that, so 2 of these. Doesn't have to go a full 2, but pretty close. And there, bottom's a thicker bottom. We want a thicker bottom on these bowls because I'm going to have you trim something called a foot ring on it, and we'll need a thicker bottom. Next, we're going to open it up. Here's another change. I'm not going to crook my fingers and pull straight back. Now what I'm going to do is put my fingers in and keep them straight. Our fingers will slightly curve this way if we straighten them. And what I'm going to do is push up here at the top of my hole to widen that diameter. And there's the start of a bowl. I kept my fingertips in the center and widen it that way. Another way you can make a nice contour is pulling your fingers back and up at the same time. Slowly, steady to the rim, and then reverse it going back down. So that makes a nice contour. Another way to make a nice contour is using these wooden ribs. In this case, it will take on the contour of whatever rib you have. I'm going to hold it with 2 hands. I'm going to put it here at 3 o'clock. Starting at the rim, I'm going to work my way down to the middle, the bottom of the bowl, and back up again. And that makes a nice contour. Don't cross over to the other side. It's the dark side. No, it will start to scrape into your clay. So stay on the right side. Now I have this donut shape. Do not want to do the volcano on this one. I'm going to push this rim that's kind of coming out like sort of like a mushroom. I'm going to push that back in if that happens. Otherwise it will peel off later. I just used my fingers to push that in. Now I have a groove already, but if you don't, put one in with your fingers, and this time I am not going to pull up with a knuckle pull. This time I'm going to use my fingertips, my 2 middle fingers on the outside here. I'm going to use my fingers on my 3 fingers on my left hand on the inside. As I come around the contour with those 3 fingers, when they are opposite these fingers, I put a little more pressure on them and then continue to pull up so they're equal distance apart as we go. So here they go around the corner. They're opposite now. Now I put pressure on both. And notice that now as I come around the corner, I'm actually pulling pretty close to vertical with the bowl. If I keep coming out this way, the bowl will collapse on itself. Another pull, coming around the corner. I feel it's thick now. Now I put the pressure on with both fingers. And even the rim with a tripod of your fingers. Now, on a cylinder, we can keep pulling up excess clay that's down here. On a bowl, you cannot, because it will start to collapse. So what I tell people is that the top 2/3 here should be about the 1/4 inch thickness, like the cylinder, but the bottom third down here, you can keep thicker. We'll trim that away when it's at the leather hard stage. Now, once I've pulled up my walls that even 1/4 inch thickness, now I can start to shape my bowl. Really, it's a bowl now. I can use it the way it is now. I can make it a wider bowl by taking my inside hands and pushing it back out. There, it's a wider, lower bowl. I can roll my inside fingers over my outside fingers and make a little bit of a rim. I can also reverse that, collaring that in. This is called a winter bowl. Keeps the heat into a bowl when you curve it towards the inside. So those are all different kinds of shape bowls. You can also put textures on the outside. And to finish up your bowl, you need to take the water out like you do on a cylinder or on a mug. You can smooth the rim out with a paper towel. However, you're not going to drink out of the bowl, so you don't have to. You just want an even rim. And then a little bit of a groove down here to help your wire fit in when you cut it off. I just use my wooden knife for that. And now I'm ready to stop it and remove it with a wire, cutting it through, putting water at 6 and 12 o'clock, pushing my water through the bottom. There, it's moving. Get rid of the wire. Take a wet board, and this time you really have to keep your hand down low so you don't hit the upper part of your bowl as you turn it off. Put your name on with clay, and there's a contoured bowl.